Friday, a day like any other, but if you think about it in the context of, let's imagine this was it, right? Let's say midnight, boom, done. Just no cataclysm, no 2012 worldwide earthquake, meteor shower, volcano eruption. Just freaking black. Boom, it's over. Well, shit, man. Makes me think that I want to value the day a little more. And that's a very cheesy thing to say. Like, you ever hear the quote where it's like, would you take a gazillion dollars if you only get to live for a week? Well, no. Pretty obvious no. That's a bad deal. It's a pretty damn bad deal. So it's good to think about stuff like that. Even though a lot of cliches and like classic sayings and little mantras about like kind of, usually it's typically centered around gratitude and like gratefulness. Even though they are a little cheesy, it's good to think about sometimes, you know? And my version of that, which it actually kind of pops up in my head, is just having a little look around, thinking things are going good. Things are going pretty good right now. Even if there's some random shit going on, I can still spin as like, all right, I got this going on, but I'll figure that shit out. Still going to get a lift in. Still going to, eat whatever the hell I'm eating. Still going to do my cardio and stay on track with what my goals are. Even though I might have, 3 things on the back burner going a little haywire, that shouldn't completely outweigh and outdo the positives that you got going on. So I know, most cliche thing ever, like just think positive. But it's, it kind of helps, right? And I'm not immune. I'm not immune to tweaking. I'll be tweaking out. But it's if you catch yourself stewing, if you catch yourself just like, it really just kind of, you're stressing yourself out by like just worrying about something beyond what's actually necessary. Because a lot of problems, you can typically boil it down to a few actions, and then that problem is solved. You inflate it in your head. You inflate the issue. You inflate your dilemma by sitting and worrying, and, man suffers more in his mind than he will in reality. That sort of deal. So if I could boil that down, just, try to be self-aware if you're tweaking out for no reason. Because that's no fun. That is absolutely no fun. So you definitely are in at least a bit of control of how you feel, or at least you can try to get better at it. I've been saying this for a long time, and I remember watching a bunch of this is a YouTube channel called Gravemind, and it's a bunch of excerpts from like a lot of stoic, a lot of like, in the 90s when there's a lot of like motivational speakers like Tony Robbins. It's a lot of clips of stuff like that. And I remember when I watched this stuff, I was like just slamming these videos, like every morning, just like excited, like, I'm about to do my cardio, just listening to it, just get you hyped, and half of it is, or at least one little tidbit that I liked from it was just to not have any negative talk. And by negative, I mean mental negative talk, right? Don't be your own biggest hater in your own mind, because you're just going to influence your own reality by thinking that way, right? If you're always thinking, God, I fucking suck, I can't diet right, I'm not fucking making the progress I want, anything. It's like the more you just keep thinking that to yourself, you're making that your own perception, and then you're going to kind of set yourself up to fail, So I I don't know if it was just because I really like lifting, or just the whole nature of being pumped in general was just extra fun for me. But 160 pound Sam, setting my phone up on a timer and hitting like a double bicep shot, just a complete beginner at the gym, just like look like a regular 16-year-old kid. I felt like the shit. So I don't know. I think maybe it's good to mix a little bit of delusion into the mix of just like how excited you get about your own progress. But that's kind of a little bit of a ramble. I don't know. Just some stuff that kind of bubbles up in my mind. But the main point is today is a good day. It's looking sunny. I woke up a little later than I'd like. Out the door at 8:45. Out the door at 6. Out the door at 6 is cool. Out the door at 5 is even better. I'll see if I can start getting back on that groove. But plan for today is going to be legs. All the videos of these last few days have kind of been totally off kilter because I posted like 2 of them out of order because I'm like a few days ahead. Like all the workouts are filmed a little earlier, which is good for me, so I can edit it, upload it. It's already ready to go. You know, I'm not like trying to play catch up or anything. But I got myself like all mixed up. So I'm probably gonna have to post like 2 chest days in a row. Or like 2 back days in a row because I got my days scrambled. And then I accidentally deleted a couple clips from a chest day. Like the whole car talk in the first couple sets. What a fool. But that's alright. That is alright. I should be back to... I just gotta organize these files a little better. That's my problem. So I'll start doing that. But for legs, I got a comment which... well, it just kind of reminded me of my training style a while ago, like before any YouTube videos. Because what I would do when I would diet is now I'll kind of dabble. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling strong. Let's do some leg press. Let's do some, squats and whatever. But my rule of thumb dieting was, all right, I'm dieting. I am now in leg extension, leg curl mode only. I'm not going to load my lower back with weight. I'm not going to move too much heft. I'm just going to, get essentially the quad or your lower body's version of dumbbell curls and tricep extensions. That was all. So the question was, do you ever superset legs, hamstrings, and quads going back and forth between curls and leg extensions? And the answer is hell yeah. That is a very solid lift. Or at least a very solid approach. So if you're in let's say you're in a pinch somehow, and you've got to get your legs pumped as quick as possible, or let's just say efficiently as possible, to go back and forth between a leg extension and a leg curl, maybe you take a minute in between each one, that'll do it. So that's making me think I want to get some of that done today. I'll see how my knees feel. Because, do not get me wrong, the action of pressing with your quads rather than just purely extending is definitely different. And every time I'm in an off season and I'm trying to gain weight, I'm trying to leverage my pressing a lot more. If you've noticed over these last few off seasons, I guess I don't know the exact ratio, but I've been aiming for like 70% pressing, 30% leg extensions. I always start with a set or 2 of leg extensions because they're a really good primer for, my knees and my quads and everything. But yeah, more pressing than extending. But dieting, it kind of flips the other way around, more extending than pressing. But they definitely are, like the whole just like the stretch of being deep into a squat position or a press is it's a totally different stimulus than just the stretch on a leg extension. But in a dieting context where you're just maintaining your quads and not trying to overdo it, especially if you're moving weight, that's a lot of tension in your tendons. And if you're dieting legit, your recovery is a little bit hindered just due to that lack of food. So I know it doesn't sound cool to say, but you might have to take it a little easier in your quad training. Or a better way to put it would just be go hard in a different way, right? Be it that burning, squeezing, holding, just like blood flow pumping effect that leg extensions have. So I'll see how my knees feel, but I think doing a little bit of a superset today might be kind of fun. Maybe that's more of a back and forth. So like set of curls, set of leg extensions. Set of curls, set of something. Something along those lines. But if I end up thinking that I want to do some pressing first, well, I guess I'll just do that. Curls and then pressing, curls and then pressing, curls and then pressing, curls and then extending. Something along those lines. But I'm open, I'm open to what my feeler reps and my warm-up tells me is going to be good. So it's not like I do a leg extension warm-up set and I suddenly am hit with this epiphany of, okay, I should do 8 sets, 7 reps. It's more like, oh, my left knee is feeling something. Maybe I shouldn't leg press 10 plates today. That is the warning sign that I'm looking for. It's not so specific as like, okay, I'm warming up and now I feel like this workout will be perfect. That checklist in the beginning is more like, okay, what do I not think is going to be good? All right, my rotator cuff is feeling kind of funky. Maybe I shouldn't do crazy heavy incline bench, things like that. And that approach has helped me substantially. I've been mitigating my injuries for a decent streak of time, and I want to maintain that streak, right? Like the next time I hurt myself or something, call me out, because that is completely foolish behavior. Just taking myself 2 steps back like a total punk. But nothing else to say. I'm gonna get some music bumping, and then probably within an hour, I should have a veiny ass set of legs to look at in the mirror, say hell yeah, and then sit down and edit a bunch of these lifts together. So without further freaking ado. All right, so I'll do 1 set of leg extensions while I also do 1 set of hamstring, and then we should be good. Go back and forth a couple of times. All right. Two. Okay. I've got a plan.
Oh, that's heavy.
I think we're fucking done.
Yeesh.
All right. Call this the Jekyll and Hyde style. 10 reps, hold and squeeze, lightweight. So this is gonna be 100, and then I'll double it to 200 and do as many as I can, hefty, nasty. Jump behind me, hit some sissy squats. Can't think of a better quad pump. I was about to say pumper. That doesn't sound right. Yeah. Yeah.
2. Ooh. Ooh. 2. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let's see how we're looking. Oh, goodness. Okay. This should look pretty good. I don't know, it's hard to tell. The sun is fucking bright. But I can tell just by looking in the mirror that I got some shit going down. So I'm talking veins. I'm talking veins at the wazoo here. Take a little step backward. Yeah, I mean, even just standing, like, I feel like this, especially the right quad, is really just going nuts. Yeah, I mean, like, not even doing a flex, just standing up. I mean, that might be the freakiest calf vein I've ever had. Let me tilt you down just a touch. Like, they are just fucking out and about. So that is fine by me. Hell freaking yeah. So let me get this garage door shut. Try not to heat it up too much from letting the sun in. And then I will see you in the freaking car. Oh, goodness. Quick but solid. Actually, let's get the garage door shut. All right. I made a big shtick talking about how I was going to delete TikTok. I'm not going to delete it. I'm not going to delete it. And I'll tell you why. It's because there's so many badass, like, hype edits where it's essentially just a miniature music video. It's not a full 3 minutes of a song. It's 20 seconds of the best part with a bunch of clips from, like, any media you can fucking imagine. A lot of car edits where it's like, you know, some dude showing off his crazy Porsche and, like, the song is just fucking sweet. Or it's clips from Ippo, so that's a boxing anime, just like super hype, like dig deep level kind of motivation. Any old Rocky, anything, just shit that gets you freaking amped. And it's all there. Instagram doesn't have it, YouTube Shorts doesn't have it. TikTok is where those edits are at, and those get me going. I'll save them, or I'll just repost them, and then I have my own little backlog of like 30, or the most recent ones that I saved, and I'll kind of scroll through them. Not scroll, but I'll pick them during my workouts. So I'm kind of listening to those along with just regular music. But the short form content side, oh my God, it's like, it's so bad, it's insane. Like, you just cook in your brain. So I catch myself, anytime I see anything that's like that, not interested. I don't block accounts because I don't want an account to see that I block them. It's not like, I just don't want to see this stuff. Like, it's just, ugh. But the edits do get me going. The edits get me freaking going. But yeah, man, today is solid. Nice and warm, clear-ish sky, a little cloudy, but not like, you know, blocking the UV. So I'm definitely gonna get some vitamin D produced today. And I'm hungry. I am freaking hungry. Yesterday, it was my kitchen was a delight. I'm talking a full soup pot full of ground beef, as well as the biggest pan that I had, kind of a bulk cook-off, because I was completely out. My protein was just, I had a few cans of tuna left, a bunch of whey. You know, I've got all sorts of different raw flavored whey proteins. But when I'm dieting, you're gonna want to eat your protein, right? It makes you more full. If you drink it, you're not gonna get that fullness satisfaction, and then you're just gonna feel hungrier later, right? In an off season, I think that's where protein shakes have a perfect spot. Drinking 50 is much easier than eating 50. Or if you're a guy who just, you have a hard time getting food down, you know, so those are probably the two best situations. But yeah, it had to be, I mean, let me think. Maybe six, it had to be a pound, probably 10 pounds, maybe 12-ish. So I got a full salad bowl filled to the top of strained ground beef, and then another smaller salad bowl, same situation, in the fridge waiting for me. So having cooked ground beef, cooked ground turkey, cubed chicken, like shredded anything, having a big ass bowl of just a bare protein in your fridge is absolutely the move. I'd say it's the bare minimum. I'm not going to make 10 different individually prepped meals, but I will have the amount of protein necessary for 10 cooked meals, and I can just scoop it out as necessary, right? Put a bowl onto a scale, scoop out 6 ounces, scoop out 8 ounces, however hungry I may be for that meal and how much protein I want to eat. Boom. No need to get any extra dishes dirty or wait. Like, if I'm thinking meal, the amount of steps that it takes to get that meal in front of me for me to grub, I want those steps as minimal as possible, so that whatever that initial meal in my head that pops up, maybe a ground beef with like some Greek yogurt and let me think. Yeah, you know what I really like? Ground beef, Greek yogurt, and ranch dressing powder. That is decent. That is decent. Put a little Red Hot on there too, so it kind of turns into like a creamy buffalo type situation. Yeah, that's freaking solid. I'm looking at a dude on a cool Harley-ish looking bike. I hope he doesn't see me say this because it's kind of mean, but the bike is very large compared to the dude. I mean, he looks cool. This thing's freaking, yeah, that thing is clean. Nah, I lie. That's cool. That's pretty fucking cool. You're not gonna see me on a bike. It's already crazy enough to get yourself going however fast a car can go. And being inside a metal protective cage with airbags all around you, yeah, I see the appeal, but 4 wheels beats 2, I believe. Plus, what the hell am I supposed to do? Do a motorcycle talk? Put a GoPro on and do the motorcycle vlogs where the guy just has a mic in the helmet and that's how he does it? I guess that'd be kind of cool, but that's for a different world. That's alternate universe where I've got like 2 full sleeves of tattoos, and I live in like Miami, Florida or something. But yeah, I got some ground beef waiting for me. That's gonna be sweet. I'll just let the dogs out. Yeah, I'll just let them out while I'm laying out. That'll be good. They can kind of tire themselves out. And then the plan for tomorrow is something. I've got a little bit of a special lift coming up very soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day afterward. But let's just say it's going to be in a new location. A new location that I have been granted early access to. So keep an eye out for that. Especially if you're in central Ohio-ish. Right? If you're around here, then this is going to be, let's just say this is going to be a place to go for sure. But I'm going to make my way through all this traffic, and I will see you tomorrow.